Hey guys, welcome back to Karting with Chris. Today's video is going to be the Rental League final race here at Dallas Karting Complex. So straight out of the pits, you see I'm warming up my tires, hotter than the center of the sun, and I actually have to be a little careful here that I don't heat up my tires too much, because then my tires will start to blister. That is the heating power I am capable of. I know I don't do it all the time, but in desperate times, call for desperate measures, and with great power comes great responsibility.
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Now, the reason I am deploying this tire warming skill set is for two reasons. The first reason is I'm starting in 22nd out of 25 people, so I'm basically starting near the back. If you haven't seen my pre-final video, click in the top right-hand corner of the screen so you know why I'm back here. Now, the second reason I am vigorously heating up my tires is because this newer DKC track is quite slippery. You need warm tires in order to drive this track, and even when your tires are warm, you still have a crap ton of understeer. So having warm tires is definitely going to help me on the start. So speaking of the start, my plan for the start of this race is to just try and pass as many people as possible. I don't really have a plan going into this race. I'm starting in last, so basically I just gotta look forward, don't worry about the people from behind, just make up as many positions as possible. Now, going into this race, someone told me that kart number 11, the kart I'm currently driving, is not very quick. So that's, not the best thing you want to hear going into a race, but we're just gonna have to deal with it, try and pass as many people as possible. So we're in formation now, and one thing I will say is that the start-finish straight is not very long here at DKC, so if you're starting in the back like me, make sure you're looking ahead, because when the guys in first go, you better start going. And I don't think the people on the left-hand side of the grid did that, because I immediately jump up into 17th place within the first corner here. Pretty good start. We're going to try and hold it around the outside going through here. I don't want the inside for this first right-hander. I want the inside for this second left-hander right here because it's a longer corner and I think I can pass more people. So you can see people going out wide there. We were temporarily in 18th, but we moved back up into 17th because we were on the inside. Going into this right-hander up here, I go defensive. Very popular spot for people to lunge you. Fortunately, no one did lunge me. Going into this left-hander up ahead, you can see people are going 3 wide. The inside has a decent amount of grip, so I'm going to push number 32, follow him. He goes out pretty wide, and so I move 3 positions up. I'm up into 14th now. That was a pretty good move on my part back there. Through the chicane, really not close enough to pass anyone, and fortunately no one passes me. Exit the chicane, we see kart number 7 here. This is Drew, my friend. I wave to him, say how you do. Miss my braking zone, completely wipe out kart number 17 there. A bit embarrassing when this happened. I let kart number 17 pass me back here because I don't want to have that kind of reputation. Unfortunately, kart number 12 also passes me, so we were in 14th there, but we moved back down into 15th. So not the best move there, not my best driving, but by the end of lap 1, we're up into 15th, started 22, pretty good start. Now, that being said, the start could have been a little better. Had I not absolutely obliterated kart number 17, I probably would have been in a better position. But, gaining 7 positions, that's not too bad. It's always a good idea if you accidentally bang into the back of someone to give the position back. It's good sportsmanship. It means that they're probably not going to cuss you out in the pits. But for the time being, we're in 15th, not that bad. Always looking forward. There is a train behind me, so if I do make a mistake, people will be there to pounce on me, so I do have to keep that in mind, but I'm focusing all my time and energy on the people in front. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I want to just keep my eyes forward, not have to worry about anyone from behind. So my next target is kart number 12. He's a pretty good driver. I think I've raced with him a couple times. I know he's a pretty good driver. As I screw up the chicane here, you can see he pulls away from me. But I'm going to try and pass kart number 12 here. I've raced with him a couple times. I kind of know his driving style. I know that he doesn't give up positions very easily, so it might be a little difficult to pass him. But you can see kart number 17 up ahead has pulled away from kart number 12, so I want to get past him sooner rather than later. So going into this last corner up ahead, I'm going to poke my nose through. He sees me coming, and so he's going to hold it around the outside and through this left-hander. I give him the bare minimum of room on the outside here. Going to the second left-hander, he's gonna turn in early, kind of pinch me narrow, but that's gonna ruin his exit as he dips a wheel off into the grass. Going down the straight here, again, he's gonna push me narrow, but I kind of back off last minute here. I don't want to go side by side through these corners. It's kind of hard to pass people through these corners unless someone makes a mistake, then it's really easy to pass someone. But we're still behind him. Going through this right-hander up ahead, not quite close enough to go for the move, so didn't go for it. But after this right-hander, going into this left-hander, this is probably one of my favorite places to pass people as he opens up the door. Like I said before, the inside has plenty of grip, and so we're able to hold it around the inside pretty easily. And we move up into 14th. So you can see all this fighting has allowed the people in front to really pull away. And me screwing up the chicane right here is not going to help me catch up to them, as I make a complete hash of that. Tipping wheel on the exit, but kart 12 I don't think was close enough to go for the move through this right-hander, so he didn't. So that's good. But up ahead you can see there are people going side by side, so that's going to slow them down. Hopefully we can catch up to them while they're battling and take advantage of them battling. So that's going to be my next objective. I think kart 12, he's a really good driver, but I don't think that was the best kart in the fleet, and so I was able to pull away from him. So I don't really have to worry about from people from behind. I can focus now on the people in front because I did notice I was starting to pull away from people. So at this point in the race, I'm feeling pretty comfortable with my kart, pretty comfortable with the track as well. The track has gripped up a fair bit. Kart number 11, this is the kart I'm currently driving. Not as bad as people said it was. It felt incredibly average, so whoever said it wasn't that good of a kart, you were wrong. But looking up ahead, we can see that we've caught up to the three in front pretty quickly because they've been fighting and going side by side through basically every corner here. As going through this left-hander up ahead, kart 15 goes really wide of the exit, and that allows me to get side by side with him. Going to the chicane up ahead, I don't think he wants to go side by side, so he backs off, which is beneficial to me because we move up into 13th place now. So all that fighting has allowed me to catch up. Hopefully the two in front continue to fight as we see a yellow flag up ahead, and someone has decided to give up on this race, parking it into the tire barrier. A top tip from me, if you want to do well in this race, don't park it in the tire barrier. It tends to not lead to very good lap times, but that's just me. So we're up into 12th place now. We're gaining positions here. That's good news for us. I can see the top 5 up ahead. That's kind of my goal. I want to get within the top 5. I think that's reasonable at this rate. Obviously, the further up the positions you go, the harder it is to pass people because the skill level tends to go up. But we've caught up to kart number 17 up ahead. He's the guy we completely obliterated at the start of this race, so hopefully we can get around him without taking him out and having to let him pass me again. Because another top tip for you, I'm full of top tips today, if you keep wiping people out and letting them pass you again, you're not going to really do very well in the race. So looking up ahead, we've got kart 17 in front of us. In front of him's kart number 20. In front of kart number 20, he's about to go side by side with kart number 22. So the three in front are battling it out here, and I'm just going to try and be a little patient here. I could be in the mix, but I could also get forced out wide and lose some positions, and I feel like they're going to probably force each other off wide, so I'm going to wait for a good opportunity. Exit of this right-hander here. I see my opportunity. Kart number 20 has the inside, so I'm going to push him on the inside here, and we gain 2 positions here, so it's a good move by me. But on the exit, kart number 17 gets by me again, but we still did pass kart number 22, so we did gain a position, so not too bad. But we want to pass the 2 people in front. I felt like kart 22 was kind of holding us up. Kart number 17, I felt like he was the same speed as me. I felt that we had decent straight line speed and he was good through the corners. But kart 20 just felt like he was slowing us up. So 17, he's going to look for the move through this corner up ahead. Not quite going to work, and he's going to go up pretty wide here. So I'm going to follow kart number 20 here to pass kart number 17. And so we're going to move up into 10th place temporarily, but 17 had the inside for this right-hander here. But like I've done in this video many times, this left-hander up ahead has really good grip on the inside, so I'm going to hold it around the inside and move up into 10th place. So that corner, very good place to pass someone. Honestly, you can call it the Karting with Chris corner for as many times I've passed someone through there. But I tap my helmet, tell cart number 17 to work together with me. Don't worry about passing me as I dip a wheel on the exit of the chicane back there. Not leading by example, obviously. But I want 17 to work together with me so we can pass number 20. I had 20 in either qualifying or the pre-final, one of those two. And it was a pretty decent kart. So I know it's a pretty decent kart, but I felt like 17, he was a pretty good driver. And so I wanted to work together with him and try and pass kart number 20. So we skip ahead a couple of corners now. We're on lap 7. Kart number 20, he wasn't a terrible driver. I just felt like I had a bit more pace than him, and I just wanted to get around him. And that's the thing around this track is that, if you're just a little bit slower than someone, you can keep them behind you pretty easily. It's really hard to pass people if you're not that much quicker than them. And you see me kind of poking my nose through this right-hander up ahead, just trying to get by him, try and keep the pressure on him. And you see, I think his kart had better pull coming out of the corners than mine did, so not quite able to pass him coming out of the corners here. Giving him a little bump right there, nothing too bad. They're rental karts, bumping is just part of the racing, but really struggling to pass this guy, a little harder than I thought. Now earlier I did tap my helmet to tell kart 17 to help me pass kart number 20, but he really wasn't pushing me down the straights here. Like down here, he wasn't pushing me. So that was just me in kart number 20's draft as I missed the apex back there. You have to hit that apex in order to take these corners. You see kart number 20 pulling away from me. But 17 was not working together with me, actually going through this right-hander. 17 ends up passing me. Wasn't too worried about that. We're a little over halfway through the race. We still have plenty of laps left in this race. I point forward, tell 17, look, don't worry about me. Let's try and catch up the kart in front and pass him. Let's work together. So going down the straight here, I give him a little bump. He gives me a thumbs up saying thank you. So now he knows that I want to work together with him so he can focus on attacking. Now if he doesn't pass 20 fast enough, then I'm going to try and pass 17 and then pass 20 because if he can't get around him, then what's the point of me staying behind him? So we're going to try and see what we can do, but it's going to be hard. So we're going to move ahead a little further on in this race. We're rounding out the last couple of corners of lap 9, about to start lap 10. You can see we're still behind kart number 20 now. I'm getting a little frustrated. I want to get past number 20, and 17's not quite doing it. So going through this last corner right here, 20 goes really wide. So 17 has the opportunity to go for the inside, but he actually pointed 20 by. He didn't actually want to pass him, but I'm trying to push 17 into the move. You see, I'm not quite sure he's happy with me pushing him, but this is basically me saying that, look, you got to go for the move. You can't, dilly-dally behind this guy. And so at this point, I've had enough of 17 trying to pass 20, so I'm just going to try and get past number 17 now. He's not quite as aggressive as I thought he would be. So going through this right-hander here and into this left-hander, this is my favorite passing zone right here. Pushes me really narrow, but not quite enough. Move up into 10th place here. And so now we're going to try and focus all our time and energy on kart number 20 now. I point forward saying, look, let's try and catch number 20 here. Let's pass him. You can see that the people in front are really far ahead of us, so this is basically a battle for 9th place now. Now, unfortunately, something must have clicked for kart 20 because we skip ahead to the end of lap 11, start of lap 12. We're on the last lap now, and you can see the gap to kart 20 has not gotten smaller or bigger. So something must have clicked for him. He was definitely churning in more consistent lap times, and so wasn't able to catch up to him as fast as I thought I was. But going through this right-hander followed by this left-hander, I missed the apex. Really ruins my corner. You see kart number 20 kind of pull away from me, and now kart number 17's right on my bumper. So going into this right-hander up ahead, I turn in really early, kind of go a defensive line there. So that's going to allow kart number 20 to kind of pull away from me. And so basically what this means is that this race is kind of turned into a defensive race now. So now I'm just protecting 10th place rather than attacking for 9th place. So I really have to worry about kart number 17 from behind. through the chicane. This is probably my weakest corner. Wasn't really good through this corner throughout the entire race day. And so going into this right-hander up ahead, I didn't think Kart 17 was going to be close enough for the move, but he thought differently as he sends it up the inside. And so he's going to get poor exit. And so going to this left-hander up ahead, I poke my nose through, and he turns in on me, which kind of makes him go out really wide. So we're going to go side by side down this little straight here. We move up into 10th place, and through this left-hander up ahead, I'm going to give him the inside, because I know he's going to wash out really wide, so I can get a better exit. And it's going to be drag race to the end here, and we end up finishing in 10th place. So we started this race in 22nd, moved up into 10th. That's a net gain of 12 positions. Not too bad. Definitely could have gone a little better. I think had I done the start without wiping out people, maybe this race could have been different. But overall, not too bad. The ending, a little closer than I'd like it, but hey, we still got the position, and I'm happy with this race. So here are the results of the race for those of you interested in lap times and stuff like that. But that's all I'm going to have for today. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing. If you have any questions, suggestions, or opinions, please do comment below. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.